Okay. Maybe his head's not as big as I thought.
Yes, I'm a solid counter argument to your phrenology point earlier. The size of this frontal lobe. Oh, but it's all full of retard thoughts. They're like dissecting my head 500 years from now. They're like, nah, it's nothing but hockey stats and impressions of retards. Damn.
They all say like, oh, it's not the size of the brain. It's the amount of wrinkles on it. I've heard that many times. I don't know if it's science-based. But I'm like, but...
It's the surface area, and the wrinkles add to that.
Right. But you'd think all things being equal, more size is more surface area. I get it. Wrinkles add surface area quite a bit, but so does size. A wrinkly big brain's better than a wrinkly small brain.
Well, yeah, Neanderthals were smarter than us. They had bigger heads.
The science is indisputable.
It's indisputable. It's something that I remembered just now. To me, it's unquestionable.
The three-body problem put it forward in an interesting way. They're like I don't know the right answer to this, but how long would you say that human brains have been as capable as they are?
About 250,000 years.
No,
okay,
not that
that's longer than
That's
I would
how
have guessed,
long-
but I don't
We've
know.
been a species.
If you had
Yeah,
told me
I'm pretty
30,000 years, let's say somewhere between 30,000 and 250,000 years, right?
It's 250,000.
Okay. Yeah. I did that on purpose. Like, that wasn't an accident. Like, somewhere between Kyle's guess and my guess. Human brains have been this good. But human advancement is what? Like, 2,000 years?
Like maybe, like 7,000
You
years.
could even
since the
argue a
first-
lot of it is 400 years. You know, from the sailboat to where we are now has been a huge advancement. Like a sailboat, I'm saying, like Columbus sailboat. So
I mean, how long ago is the actual first civilization we can track? It's in like Mesopotamia, like 7,000 years ago and shit, right? Or maybe in China, like 5,000 BC.
as far
maybe.
as I know, yes.
I don't know. What came before that? Like, you know, the Fertile Crescent, Mesopotamia, the Assyrians, and all that.
I remember
shit.
all
Like,
these words from school.
What came before that? Obviously nothing. And those people didn't exist either.
Obviously nothing.
The world is only 6,000 years old.
So I guess if you were to hack the genome so that like humans were upgraded, if you think about the advancement we had in the last 400 years, if you were to devote like 100 or 200 years to upgrading the wet work, imagine what would happen to the tech. Like if your brain was literally better.
Yeah.
Well, I think we can do that. That'll probably advance real quick, right? With CRISPR
right?
and stuff.
I mean, the Chinese are going to do that.
Yeah,
I
there's
know.
some Chinese kid whose head is just this fucking big. He can't even hold it up. They've got like straps to keep him upright, and he's thinking of all sorts of
He's
stuff.
obviously Brainiac. We can all see.
Yeah. He's new kinds of Szechuan sauce, all kinds of stuff.
Only devoted to traditional Chinese food, though.
Yes, Americanized Chinese. He's thinking of all kinds of cool fortune cookies.
I went to
we could use improvement there.
One of my good friends is married to a Chinese woman, and she's from China, but she grew up here, like still has family there. So she goes back and everything. She doesn't have an accent or anything. But she was like,
That's called a
there's-
banana. Are you not familiar with this?
I am not.
One of my
Yellow on the
friends,
outside, white on the inside.
one of my friends is a
okay. I
banana.
should have guessed
Yeah.
that. Yeah. But anyway, she was like, oh, we got to take you guys out to like
Incredibly
a real
offensive when I think about
Chinese-
Not
Yeah,
to
it is a
him.
little-
I have a rice patty pass, so I'm okay.
Rice patty pass. Yeah. And so
Carry on with your story.
we went to a like real legit Chinese place in a Chinese community, kind of micro community here in St. Louis. And there's like, you'll go driving down this road and it'll be like fucking Lion's Choice, which is like a local fast food place, Burger King, Taco Bell, Ying's takeout place. And it'll like almost a metamorphosis down this one road happens where it goes from like normal, like American stuff to like Chinese restaurants written in English to straight up signs on the side, like Chinese characters on the side of buildings. And we get to this one and I'm like, oh, interesting. Okay. There was a Chinese market next door and the wait was a long time. So I went in there and like poked around. Pro tip, if you want strange meats or even normal vegetables at an insanely cheap price, find your local Chinese market, because I was blown away at how cheap this shit was. Because I'm serious, it was insane. Like
This
a
is
pound
beef?
of carrots.
Yeah, sure. That's beef.
Eat whatever you want it to be. Yeah.
You want monkey? We got monkey.
Where's my dog? Don't ask.
There was a whole, you know how there's like ramen packets? They
Yeah.
had that same style, but with a clear opening on the front, and it was called Squid Head. And it was just squid heads in there. And she said that she used to eat them all the time as a kid, and I told her, I'll take your word for it. It looks gross. So anyway, we go to the restaurant, and it's like everyone in there, aside from my girlfriend and I and my friend, are Asian. Chinese specifically, all of them. And that's how you know it's legit and it's good. Like all the talk from other tables, not in English. I'm expecting great things from this restaurant. And the food, by the way, spectacular. So fucking good. And the decor, though, was like what I imagined a Chinese person showing up here and just going, American decor, and just searching that. And they had the entire restaurant's wallpaper was like this wide strips of just street names in New York. And it was over and over and over. And so it'd be like, oh, wow, Broadway. They didn't even stagger them. It was just all the streets over and over. But they couldn't read it. They didn't fucking know.
Yeah.
So that was cracking my head.
Oh, that
They're
makes
like their drink policy. I was like, yeah, do you have like a Bud Light or something? And they're like the waitress didn't speak very good English, and she just like pointed at a cooler in the corner. And I was like, are you gonna get it for me? Do I go get it? I don't want to be rude. And like literally my friend's wife is like going, me now, Bud Light. And then like she said something back, and she's like, yeah, Taylor, you just hop up and grab your own. And I was like, oh, okay, we're on the honor system here, I guess. Like, how many Bud Lights did you have? Fucking 0, bitch. But I was just getting such a fucking laugh at the fact that they clearly did like one Google search and then just Broadway all around the restaurant. Great food. I'll end up going back. So, but yeah, the Chinese.
Taylor, are there
grocery
any
store thing,
cultures where it'd be like, oh, everyone's speaking in certain native language here, this food's gonna suck?
Oh, I'm trying to think. What's like a
British accents?
nationality of food? Maybe, but I like fish and chips, and that's a fair fallback. And they seem to do that really
Pie.
fucking well. Shepherd's pie, that's solid. I don't
They
know who
have
makes
two
those-
dishes that are good in their nation.
Shepherd.
can name them
Something
both.
that seems gross is beans on toast.
Oh,
What a way to start your day. Just a bunch of beans on toast. Oh, I'd like to have gas in 40 minutes. As I drive my go-kart to my London job.
I know how to start the
Tiny
day right.
little car
Yes.
with 3 wheels.
Yeah. Oh, I've tipped my car again because the fart blew it off its axes.
Yeah, that one I don't get.
Oh,
I don't
look, I'm going to get in a fight over a soccer match.
Hooligans.
Yeah, I don't. I
There's a
do think that culture is cool.
German?
The hooligan culture. No, Germans have great food. All the wursts, the
the
bratwursts and
schnitzels.
others. Schnitzels, that's good. They got pretzels there. Pretzels are great. They got beer cheese. They got big titted
like beer
ladies that come
cheese.
around with big beer steins.
Steins.
Yeah, Stein.